So I've shown you how to do the box plot more or less by hand, how to find the values. And they're not hard to do on your own really quickly, but I want to show you how to do them in on the TI. I also have a video up on how to do it in StatCrunch. But for the TI, so I'm going to use this same BP measurements here. And so you can see here, if you go to Stat and I go to List, in List 3 here, I put those values in. Okay, so you're going to start by Stat, Edit, put in whatever data you're going to use. Okay, then if you go to back to Stat and you go over to Calc and you go to these one variable statistics, I'll get the word out. I'm going to change this to list 3 because that's where I put the data. And then I'm going to go to calculate. So remember, this is where we found the mean and the standard deviation, but if you go down here, remember what they had? They have the 5-number series. There's the min, quartile 1, the median, quartile 2, and max. This is your 5-number series right here in one variable statistics. Is that 5-number summary that the problems will ask for. Now this will actually draw the box plot as well, but you need these values because otherwise it's really hard to see. But let's go over how to do that. So you're going to come up here, and above where it says Y, it says stat plot. You're going to go to second Y to get stat plot. And I'm going to click here on the first one. I'm going to turn it on. And then down here, oh, not here. Here, I'm going to go, I want to click on the box plot. I'm going to use this one right here, the middle bottom one. Okay, click on that. Then I'm going to come down here. I'm going to put in, okay, come on, go up. I'm going to put in the right list. I want to use list 3. And then I'm going to hit graph. Now, you'll notice this is hard to see. And if you were first in, so if you'd been in the regular window, so normally, hold on a second. I'm going to go back. Normally, I'm going to go to zoom standard, Z standard. This is what normally would have happened because this is your normal graph, right? You were graphing normal things. You're going to go to zoom and you're going to go to zoom stat. Okay, down here, zoom stat. And all of a sudden you now have a beautiful box plot. The issue is it's really hard to tell where these values are. What you probably have to do is go to window. You have to probably figure this out. Okay, this is the min and max. This is what the scale's by. And then you can figure this out. But if you know the 5-number summary from your other one, this is pretty easy to figure out because obviously this here has to be my base. That has to be my top. So this will draw a very nice looking box plot. The issue just is it's fairly hard to read on this screen. So, you know, that is kind of the give and take of this. Really, you can look at this and decide, okay, it's going to look that way, but you're going to have to come to this one variable statistics to really be able to have the values to compare it to my stats lab, or really to fill in any of the questions you're going to need, because you need to know these values. And you know that's 120, that's 130, and you can see how much closer this is to this one. And when I drew it on here, it's the same thing I did. You can see I put it towards this end because 132 is much closer to 130 than it is to 140, which shows us the way our data is skewed.